This is Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV from Cloud Expo East in New York in 2014. Sitting here with Courtney Behrens from Brother. And since we're at Cloud Expo, we decided we'll talk about cloud a little bit. But we're also specifically going to talk about web conferencing. She's the expert. So, Courtney, tell me, you said a couple of years ago, I think Brother got involved with this. Tell us all about it.
Sure. So about 2 years ago, Brother launched a new group called Brother Online. What we did was we decided that it was a good idea for a hardware company to get into the cloud services market, which a lot of companies like us have been doing. And so our first step into that market was web conferencing. We have a solution right now. It's called OmniJoin. We offer public cloud web conferencing, and we're in beta with a private cloud web conferencing service. We also offer document management solutions, receipt management solutions, micro MPS, and a whole suite of partner services, all based in the cloud, to all of our hardware customers, as well as customers who may not be a hardware customer yet.
You know, I'll date myself. I remember when Brother first made the scene and was dominant in printers, and you'd go to a big trade show and they just owned it. So clearly the company has a long established presence in the business, has a very wide and broad customer base. When it comes to this part of the company, you know, what sort of customers do you have? Is it that wide and broad? How do you find them? What kind of problems do they come to you with?
Sure. So, Brother has a great foothold in SOHO, small office and home office, as well as SMB-sized companies. For all of the cloud services that we've been launching, they are focused more on the mid-market. So even though we could apply to SOHO or SMB-sized companies, we've really been focusing more on the mid-market because companies of that size really do have a need for cloud services. We think that there are a lot of them out there already that may address the needs on the lower end of the market. So things that are free or low cost or probably have already made their way into those companies. So if you look at web conferencing, things like Skype are being used in small offices and home offices already, and that works for them. But when you get up to the mid-market, they have a harder choice to make because those free services may not be secure enough for them, and they can't afford things that the enterprise can afford. So that's been our focus for these cloud services.
That's sort of the sweet spot there. Let's talk a little bit about it. You mentioned public and private. Tell me again, I'm a little slow sometimes, about your view of public cloud, private, hybrid, and the kind of services you offer. Could you take me through that?
Sure. So when I talk public and private, that's primarily for our web conferencing service. So the public cloud service that we offer, it's a model that you're very familiar with. So you can have a monthly subscription or an annual subscription. We will offer unlimited meetings. You get included audio, video, collaboration tools, all the things you would expect from a public cloud web conferencing service. But our differentiating feature really is our HD video. It's something that we call intelligent HD video technology. And for companies where that video needs to be crystal clear, so think of training scenarios or highly compliant scenarios where you may need to share R&D information, that HD video becomes key to those web meetings. So that's really what falls under our public cloud. Our private cloud, it's going to be a model that you're very familiar with for private cloud, but it's something that we hand over to IT. So they take it, they install it behind their firewall in their data center, but now they have complete control of security, compliance, and administration for their web conferencing. So if you look at mid-market companies in compliant industries like healthcare, finance, and government, those are going to be scenarios where they really do need to keep the control of things like recordings of their web meetings, document storage of documents that are shared during or post-meeting. And so that's where our private cloud comes into play.
For people that want to know more, how should they contact, whether they need to contact you or contact that part of Brother? What's the best way for them to go about that?
Sure. So you would go to brothercloud.com. We are part of the Brother ecosystem, so you can go to brother.com and then find your way to us. Or you can go directly to omnijoin.com. OmniJoin is the name of our web conferencing service, and all of that will get you to the same place.
I guess it's fair to say we've come a long way from the era of dot matrix printers, but I won't date myself anymore. We've been sitting here with Courtney Behrens from Brother, talking about web conferencing. They're on the leading edge. They're reaching out to businesses of all sizes, hitting a sweet spot for companies that really don't have a better alternative up or down, but especially she mentioned the HD. So if you need that top-notch stuff, Brother's a place that she'd like you to visit. This is Courtney Behrens from Brother. I'm Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV. Thank you much for watching.